Thank you for watching this video. This is part 2 of our tutorial video. This is QuickBooks Online simple start plan. It's a $10 plan, and in this video we're going to talk about how to handle bank downloaded transactions uh, from Banking Center. So let's get started. So I'm already logged in here. This is our simple start plan. So I'm already logged in. This is the home page. So before we start, we get this call a lot. How to sign up for QuickBooks Online. So, in order to sign up, you need to go to quickbooks.intuit.com, or you can just start from our home page. So here's our home page. So this is newkeyviewer.com, newkeyviewer.com. So here's our home page. So you can just start from here. It will get to the same place. Just sign up under home here, or you can just click your banner here. So once you click it here, it will take to your home page, or you can just start from quickbooks.intuit.com. If you start from here, this is an affiliated link, so it will still get the same place, and we get paid a little bit. It helps to pay for this video. So you can start from here, or either from here or directly from quickbooks.intuit.com. So once you get there, you'll get something like this. And once you get here, you will see one banner here. It will sometimes they will have a discount offers. So this is the banner you want to watch. In this case, I'm doing this video on President's Day sale. So normally they will have up to 70% off QuickBooks, something like that. Sometimes they may not have any. If you wait a week or two, they will always come back and they will have some sales. So instead of selecting plan from here, you may want to select plan from here. As you can see here, the next page also, here is $19.99 for essentials, and if you click it here, the same plan is $9.99 for 6 months. Essentials $9.99 for 6 months. So it's better to watch your discount offer. So as you can see here, $19.99 here, but once you click this one, the banner one, discount banner, so you'll get it for $9.99. Simple essentials for $9.99 for 6 months. So that's quite a deal. So just pay attention to this one, and if it's not there, wait a couple of days. If you're in a hurry, you have to do it right away anyway. But if you're not in a hurry, you can wait and look for this discount banner. All right. So let's get started on our video here. Okay. So this is our, as I said, simple start plan, sign in, and I happen to have this accountant version. So in your version, the way you logged in, so you may just have home here, no client, no accountant. So that's okay. The rest the same. So you'll see home, and you'll see customers, vendors, employee, transactions. So everything should be the same. So in order to download and handle all the bank feeds, you go in here, transactions. So from the home screen, you go to transactions, click this one, transactions, and you will see Banking Center. So the Banking Center. The first time you want to sync your bank account to QuickBooks, so all you have to do is add account here, add account. Just click this add account, and it will take you to log in to your bank account. And so you can select the bank. They have listed a few top banks in here. So the way you sign in, exactly the way you sign into your bank account, and then after that, it will sync your bank account with QuickBooks. You have to do it just one time, and you will sync your account with your bank. And if you want to download, normally they will download first time. If you're doing first time, they will download for like 90 days. So pay attention to that. So all you have to do is, like, for example, let's say you have a Chase account this here. So this is how you sign in, exactly the way you sign into your bank account, not QuickBooks account, to your bank account. All right. So in case, and then they'll ask you which account you want to link in your QuickBooks. So if you don't have account set up in a chart of accounts, then you come here, the chart of accounts right here, and just create a new account here. So category type is bank, and it's a checking account or savings. So just select whatever you want. So I already have account set up in here. For example, on this one right here, category type is bank, checking, and so we're going to talk about this Wells Fargo checking account right here, exactly like this. So this is how you have to create your account if you want to sync with your bank, and that's how you start. And then you'll see something like this. So it means your bank account is synced with your bank here. All right. So let's go in here. So when you download, first time you download, it will download for 90 days, and it will look something like this. You will see all the transactions under here, new transactions here. So new transactions, this is where you see all the transactions downloaded in here. And let's go through some of these things here. They have 3 transactions here. So once it's downloaded to new transactions, this is how they will download automatically for 90 days, and you will sync after that. They will update it like middle of the night every day, or the other day sometimes they miss it. So they will just sync and update every night. And then the way to do it, to handle it is, so your job is to move from new transactions column. You have three columns here, from new transactions to in QuickBooks transactions in here. Right now, if you click in QuickBooks, no transaction here because we haven't posted anything here. They're all sitting in here. They're all just sitting in here. So and then we'll come back to what's the excluded one here. All right. So so now this one is sorted by date in here. The date, the latest one up front. And if you want to start from the bottom, you can just click it, and then you have it right here. This happens to be 2014, few 2014s in here. I did this intentionally, for example here. So there's some purpose here. So the first time you download for 90 days, if it's over 90 days, first time you're doing it, if your account is over 90 days old, you will have some balance in there. So it will just download transactions, and it will also pick up your beginning balance, and that beginning balance in QuickBooks will post to your chart of accounts. On the other side, it will post to owner opening balance equity account here, owner's balance equity account the first time. If your account, if you're downloading over 90 days, and if your account is over 90 days, of course you have some beginning balance prior to that. So that's why it will post the opening balance. It will post the opening balance here in your bank account, and then the other side, your credit side, into opening balance equity account. So at that point, you have to figure out where you want to move it here. You may want to move it from here to retained earnings or something like that. So you may have to figure that out. The opening balance has to be 0. All right. So and let's start from the banking here. Okay. So we're not going to do the 2014. So we decided, well, we're going to start from 2015 only. We're not going to do 2014, and we'll figure out what to do about 2014 here. So we're just going to do 2015. All right, so let's get started. So in this case, it'll give you a description in here. This is how you see it in your bank statement. This is how you this is how they download it. The only thing missing is the payee, which is a vendor or customer. In this case, a customer or vendor. So they will have to figure out the expense category over here. So if you are doing it first time, just ignore this, the category one. It may not be accurate. It may just say uncategorized, or like this, uncategorized expense, but they don't know. So just pay attention to this category type at the first time, and once you categorize for 1 or 2 months, then they will have some logic developed here, and it'll be more accurate. Okay, so if you just add here, then you will basically add remove add transaction and move from new transactions to QuickBooks. All right, so here's an uncategorized expense here. The QuickBooks couldn't figure out where should we charge this one. All right, so you have to figure out one by one here. Okay, and uh, before we do that, as you can see here, just pay attention to the description column here, and you got the Texaco here, Exxon here, Sale here, Exxon. So it's basically this business, they go to gas station a lot, uh, and then you have to figure out uh, what do you want to do with the Exxon and the vendors here. So do you want to track by vendor, or you just want to call? I don't need to track all Exxon. It doesn't matter to me. Is Exxon Sale or Texaco? I just want to track those expenses to let's say automobile expense, and I don't care about the vendor. And if that's the case, then you just set up pay as one vendor, let's say gas or something like that, and go from there. Okay, so let's get started. And also, you can make bank rules here. Let's go through bank rules a little bit. So under here, bank rules, right here. So what bank rules does is it will say, well, if I go to Exxon or Shell or Exxon or Circle K, uh, just charge it to gasoline expense. So you can set up the manage rules from there. So since it's the first time, it won't see the manage rules in here. But next time you download it, you will see manage rule in here. And at that point, all you have to do is you can just do the batch posting here, accept all the selected ones, and it will post everything in batch. So that will expedite your time. So let's go to file upload here, and underneath the manage rules here. Okay, so first time you're doing, you have to create a new rule. Okay, so let's say for the gas, so you buy gasoline here. Let's say gasoline. Let's say gas. So it's money out. It's not money in. Money out is your expense. Money in is your income or deposit. And in here you just say description and contents. Let's say Chevron here, right here, and the pay we don't have it here, so you just create new, and we don't want to identify by Chevron or Exxon, anything like that, or Texaco, anything like that. So we just want to call this gas in here. All right, so pay is gas, and we're going to categorize this to one account, to automobile expense account. If you don't have it, we have to create one. Right now it looks like it doesn't have a automobile expense account here. So just add automobile expense account. If you don't see the detail type, you just have to select one here, and then let's say automobile expense. Description also the same. All right. So what's this saying is you're making a rule whenever you see Chevron charges downloaded to uh, to account, just post it to automobile expense. So you can add another line, and let's say this time Texaco. All right. So we added Chevron, Texaco, and you can always come back and add in here. So if you have more related automobile expense for the purchasing gas, you can just add in here uh, and save it. So now you have one manage rule for gas. So now you go back to your banking center again. All right, so we got a Texaco, and let's add Shell and Exxon in here. So this is the one, edit. So you got an idea now. So this is how you have to do it. This is, so you have already four accounts for payee here, and everything goes to one category in here. It's all grouping here, so you don't have to guess it next time. All right. So right now you don't see anything in here, but when you download next time, then you will see all the transactions in here. Okay. So let's just start from here. Taxico. So you want to double click it here, and want to select pay as gas right here, and it's not travel, it's automobile expense, because we just created this new account here. So all you have to do at this point, just add. All right, so you got to do the same thing for another one here, Exxon. So the pay is still the same, it's not travel, it's automobile expense. So you just have to figure out uh, expense category in here, just add in here. As you can see here, now it made some logic in here. What they saw, they figure out, well, Exxon is to go to automobile expense. So all they have to do now is select that one. Wait a second, we would do this one too. See what will happen. So it's gas. It's not travel, so automobile expense right here, and add it. Okay. So now that they figure out these two should also go to automobile expense, it looks good. So that all they have to do is now click those two and see if you have other ones here. Oh, here's another one. So they figure out it's automobile expense. Let's see. Okay, so they already figure out those three. It should go to automobile expense, and it's right. So all they have to do now is select all those three and go to batch action, except selected. Now they move from new transactions to in QuickBooks. If you click it here, you will see all these transactions added in here. So whenever you see in QuickBooks, that means it's posted. So this will have your P&L impact. As long as it's sitting in here, there's no P&L impact. New transactions, no P&L impact. Move from new transactions to in QuickBooks, then you'll have P&L impact. So that's what it is. And let's figure out the other one here. Let's say this is the travel one, all right? And you want to create a payee here. So Hyatt is the payee. Okay, so the travel expense. Look at. As you can see, there's another one here. So either you can add from here if it's just one item. If you have more, you can do multiple selection here. So here's one here. Here's another one. So that's it. And then except selected, just like we did last time. Okay. So now, and let's move on to another one here. So you got an idea about the expenses here. All these, you have to categorize it. Let's say that, for example, this one is Quick Office. You want to have select pay. You want to create pay. Office, Quick Office is the name of your vendor. Vendor, your vendor, customer is a vendor. Save it. And it's not uncategorized. I want to send this to supplies stuff here. Let's see here. All right, I just want to charge it to supplies here. Select supplies and add it. Okay, so in this case they're asking it's a prior company's closing date, so they want to do it or not. So this happens to be 2014, and it's the books is already closed, so you don't want to post it. So what you have to do is you have to exclude this and uh, move it to excluded. You can't delete it. You can delete it, but you have to move it in here. Okay. So in this case, let's say you want to press start 2015 only. Prior to that, you don't want to post it to QuickBooks. You don't want to move. You have downloaded your 90 days, but you don't want to post to QuickBooks. You want to post to QuickBooks only 2015. Prior to that, 2015 January 1, and prior to that, any items posted, you don't want to post it. So in this case, you can delete it. So what we're going to do is new transaction. We're going to move it from here to exclude it. So all I have to do is select this 2014 right here up to here 2014, and we're going to move it from here to exclude it. Exclude selected. Just select and it's gone now. So as you can see here, it's no longer in here, but if you click it here, it's just sitting in here. So just in case in the future if you want to post this item to QuickBooks, all you have to do is just undo it, undo it, undo it, undo it. You can do the whole undo same time, and now it's back in here. They're back in new transactions again. So if you look at the excluded one, you won't see anything in here. They're blank now. They all move from excluded to new transaction because you did undo it. You get here, and all you have to do is 2014. You don't want to post it in QuickBooks. Exclude selected. Done. So if you're here, it's already here, and if you want to undo it, you can do one by one, or you can do the batch right here. Undo the whole batch. So you have a choice. At this point, we're going to just leave it here. We don't want to deal with 2014 in QuickBooks. We just want to start from 2015, and that's what you have to do. And if you want to enter 2014 or prior year, then you have to, of course, add it to QuickBooks. So in this case, we're not going to do it. All right. So now let's start with the deposit in here. So you know how to handle all the expenses. Now these are all the expenses. All we have to do is figure out, do you want to set up pay in here or not? You know, if you don't want to do it, you just have to figure out the meals and entertainment. That's the expense category, and add it here. And in case if you want to split it, let's say the meals and entertainment, you have it here, but you want to split it half to something else, then you just click it here. So meals and entertainment, and let's say the other one is automobile expense. So you just have to split it here like this: $10 for this, $8.75 for this. So this is split, $18.75 total. So your total expense is $18.75. We are distributing by categories here to these two accounts. So that's how the split works, split transaction. So that's how you have to do it. All right. And so move on to another one. The $6,000 income here. Okay. So how do you want to handle your income here? Do you want to create invoice, sales receipt or invoice, or you just want to add from here to your income? Okay. So you have a choice. So if you create sales receipt for this one, you will see good customer records in here. So you will see it in here. But if you just do the banking deposit, so you're not going to have any link to your sales receipt and won't have all the details you need for your customer historical transactions here. So you have a choice. So let's say I want to create sales receipt for this one. Sales receipt for 112 deposit in here. Okay, so if you just want to add, don't want to create sales receipt, let's see what happens. That's the first option. The second option is to create sales receipt, and then I'll just match it here. Okay, so let's do the first step. I just want to add it from here. Don't want to create any sales receipt or invoice. There's no invoice, no sales receipt. Just want to add directly from here. So let's see what happens. Okay, so just click it here. And you don't want to create any customer here, or you can create customer here. Let's create customer here. Okay, so the customer here, so here's our $6,000. So you just create a customer name here, whatever name is. So let's say the customer name is all right. Let's say the company name is San Diego Lab, and just save it. Okay, and you want to categorize this as a product income, or you have a choice, just the sales. Let's just say it's the sales, and just add here. So you have to figure out, you have your, in this case, you have so many income accounts, and you have to figure out which one is right one for you. So let's just say this is service type income, and the sales, or do the service one. You can select service one here. In this case, we don't have a service type income here. So just select sales or product income, doesn't matter. This is an example, and add it. Okay, so now if you go back to your customer center here, this is customer center, it should be in here, San Diego Lab. Click this one. Here's the deposit, $6,000. They call it deposit here. It's not really deposit, it's your income here, because they already paid for this account. But there's nothing to click here. If you click it, so it will show as deposit, and it's not a deposit, it's your income. So it's kind of misleading. So if you don't want to see it this way, you want to create sales receipt. Let's see what happens. So as you can see, it says type is deposit, and in this case, we don't like this one. It's kind of deceptive. By the way, this is a new one here. In the past, whenever you post deposit from or income from here, it won't show up on customers. So this is the recent improvement, but still the coding is wrong. The type is deposit. It's not deposit. It's income. They paid for that in sales. It's not deposit anymore. So they're trying to, they'll probably fix it later on, but right now, this is how you look. So don't like it, and we want to remove it. So if you think that one is okay, you don't want to create sales receipt, one more extra step, that's okay. Just leave with that. All right. So in here is QuickBooks. Just find that $6,000 right here, and just undo it. So now if you go back in here, the $6,000 is sitting in here to be posted. Okay, so we're going to create a sales receipt, and then we want to see a green light here, math sign here. Green light, math sign, we want to see $6,000, okay, for sales receipt here. So it's a 1-2 transaction. Let's go in here, or create another one here. Another one. So this one, duplicate one, we're just going to use this for something else. So all I have to do is double click to open new windows. So in here, just click it here, and it's sales receipt. Right here, it's a sales receipt, or you can do it from your customer center. So this is the one we want to do it, and so in here it will say create invoice or create estimate, create sales receipt. This one create sales receipt because we already received payment. We're not invoicing anything. All right, San Diego Lab and a product and service. So we have to, as you can see here, at this time now you have to select product and services. The other one was directly posted to your income account, startup account. So in this case, it's mapped to your product and services, and it will give you a good income by customer report and some other useful report. So create here sales, and in this case it's 6,000. And the date is 1-2 right here, and we want to just directly deposit to checking account. So we're just going to save and close. Okay, so now let's go back to the banking center again. See, right now there's nothing in here. See what happens when you refresh it. So still nothing here. It's supposed to show green light in here. Okay, still not here. Let's look at the other one here. In here, it says paid. Okay, it's not doing anything. So if you add, then you will double up your income. So you don't want to do that. Okay, let's click this again. We want to go back and check that invoice, see what happened. And in order to do that, you just go in here. So this is a recent transaction. Click it here. By the way, you have to remember that this is for Wells Fargo account. They have a different account set up here. Wells Fargo checking account. So you have to remember that one. Let's go in here. See in here. So made a mistake in here. Deposit to checking. It's not deposit to the generic checking account. It's supposed to be deposited in here. So make sure the bank account is accurate. So this is you want to deposit to bank Wells Fargo checking account. So that's where your money went. Just save it. Save and close. Okay. So now, as you can see here, there's a math sign here. So this is what you want to see. Last time what happened was it just went to sales receipt, just was deposited to the wrong bank account. That's why this bank account is now showing sales receipt in here. So at this point, all they have to do is just math, because you already created sales receipt and recorded the income and deposited money to the bank account. So all they have to do is math, click math, and it's gone now. So in here, it's already done. Everything is cool. So this is what I have to do. All right. So let's create another one here, and this is $8,000. And let's create a sales invoice for $8,000. Sales receipt for $8,000 on 125. All right. Let's create one. Let's say this is the one. Surrender van, and you sold something. Sales $8,000. As you can see here, now it's sticking here. It's selecting Wells Fargo here. Unless you actually change it, next time you do it, it will still select Wells Fargo. It will sticky here. All right, so this is date is 125. And save. It will just save the transaction. It won't post it. It will just save it and just save and close. Then it's basically it's done. So now if you come down here, you should see that math sign there, right here. All right, all you have to do now is just math. Okay, so that's what I have to do. And now you have to do the same for all these things, all the transactions in here. Okay, here's another one here. It's in this case, it says transfers to savings here. So what you're trying to do is you transfer some money from your checking account, which is in this case this one here, checking account, and the other account is not downloaded in here, not synced in here. That's why you don't see it in here. So all you have to do now is transfer to savings account. Of course, you have to have that account in the chart of account. Let's click this one. All right. So in this case, just transfer it. So transfer it to your Wells Fargo savings account. This is from Wells Fargo checking account to Wells Fargo savings account. Not right now. It's coded as add because they couldn't identify it's add or transfer. There's no link. So if it is a link sync bank account sync for savings as well as checking, then it will automatically show as transfer. So in this case, you have to manually do it. Save, transfer the savings. All right, so transfer it. It's done. Now it went to your savings account. So the way to see it is right here. See right here, Wells Fargo. So here is the register. So it moved $1,000 in here. Here's $1,000. It's sitting in there now. So it is right. All right. So let's go back to banking center again. Okay. So all you have to do is that's what you have to do. Okay. How about the check in here? So check, you wrote a couple of checks here. So in this case, when the bank would download uh, check payment, they don't tell you what's that for. So in this case, you have to figure out who's the vendor and categorize it. So you may have to log into your bank account, or you may have some sort of check stop to see 1001 is for what. All right. So let us say this one is for you paid for your contractor. All right. Let's just say your contractor, your vendor. Let's say it's Jane Doe. Jane Doe is your vendor, and you paid for some consulting works. All right, you just have to figure out which account is right. All right, let's just say this is for advertising, some work done, or commission you're paying for bringing some new business. So let's just say this is a commission you're paying for bringing some new business. So all I have to do is add it here. And you can write here, memo, bringing some new business, bringing new business. You can be more specific and just add it. Okay, it's gone. So you have to do the same thing for the other one. Just double click it and figure out the who the payee is. Let's say this one is for same one. Oh, how about you were a sole proprietor type and you did some withdrawal. You wrote a check to yourself. All right. So you have to put the owner's name in here. So let's say owner is right now this is an example. All right. Let's just create a new one here. Let's say the owner's name is Sam. Let's say Sam Smith, and this is a owner's equity, owner's draw type. It's a sole proprietor. You fill out 1040, and just save it. In this case, you're not an employee, you're not a customer, and the default wise, it's a vendor here. Let's type vendor. You like it or not, you're a vendor in QuickBooks Online. So just save it. Okay, and in this case, it's your owner's draw, and so in here, so you have to figure out the equity count here. So they have one equity count in here. Now we have to open it. See what is here's owner's equity, but there's no owner's draw in here. So you have to create owner's draw account. Expense type is equity, right here, and it's right here. Let's see, owner's equity, contribution. So they don't have the withdrawal in here, contribution and distribution. So you just have to select this owner's equity account, and then just change this to owner's draw. So if it's a partnership, then you can select partner distribution or partner contribution, whatever the case may be. So this is the money taking out. If it's money putting in and you want to add to equity, just select the owner's equity account here. In this case, it's money going out. All right, so owner's draw. So money is going out here. If it's money coming in, you should see it here as received. All right, so in this case, it would be owner's equity. So money going out is owner's draw. Money coming in is owner's equity, if that's what it is, as sole proprietor. Or if it's a partnership, then you have to select the type of account you want. Just add. Okay, so That should do it. And so you got to do the same thing with this one, and you got to figure out what to do with uh, all these transactions. All you have to do now at this point is categorize it and post it. Once everything is done, and then the next thing you want to do is uh, at the month end, you'll get a bank statement and try to reconcile it. So how to reconcile your bank statement? Where should I go? Uh, it's very easy. So you can open from here, chart of accounts. So this is your so here is your checking account. So here is the register. Just click register. Remember, we haven't posted everything in here, so you won't be accurate. So in QuickBooks, it's not going to accurate here. It is not accurate here because you have new transactions still here. You haven't posted from new transactions to QuickBooks here. So once you post everything, then you can do the reconciliation. So let's go to chart of accounts and select your bank account. It's just this one, and just go to register. So reconcile is right here. That's one way, and the other way is from outside. So let's go to here, company gear, the gear icon, and reconcile right here. It will take you to the same place, chart of accounts. See right here, and all you have to do at this point, you just select the account you want to reconcile. In this case, we want to reconcile Wells Fargo account. By the way, you should reconcile all this, whatever it's showing here. It's always better to reconcile bank account and some other. Here's a credit card here, and some other liabilities account. And if you're making a draw, you should reconcile that account too before it gets out of control. So reconcile now. Once you click this, so it'll ask you the ending date and the ending balance. This is from your bank account, so you have to get the amount from there. So the first time you're doing it, the beginning balance is always 0. So next time you'll see this ending balance next month, ending balance became the beginning balance, and so we'll just continue. And then you have to figure out all the checks clear, all the deposits. They do maths with your bank account in QuickBooks, and then you reconcile it, and then you will see the 0 difference there. So that's what I have to do. All right. So transactions. So just go ahead and categorize all the expenses, and once everything's done, this should be all clean. This should be all clean. All clean, and then you can reconcile it. Everything move to here, and then this Wells Fargo account, it should match with QuickBooks. All right, so that's what we do. So if you have any questions, just visit our website. Here is our website. We have all the good stuff in here. newqbo.com. We're not affiliated with Intuit or anything or QuickBooks. We're pretty much independent. So thank you for watching, and don't forget to subscribe our YouTube video. Just like us on Twitter too, newqbo at newqbo. That's our Twitter. So thanks for watching again. Bye.